All right, this is going to be a really cool video. We're going to talk about predictions for the next 6 months for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but more importantly, I got to talk about what this video is and how it came to be. Behind me, there is a PowerPoint presentation that was created by a lot of the guys on Discord. Some of them are patrons, some of them are moderators. Big shout out to everyone, specifically Charlie C, Chaos Z-Man, Hunter, Darth Nihilus, and others, and pretty much everybody that's a patron and on Discord or who filled out the questionnaire. They put out a questionnaire and there were hundreds of questions and they filtered it down and they made this really cool PowerPoint presentation where I just could sit here and click it and read the questions, and that's really cool. And we're definitely going to talk about predictions for the next 6 months, but let's just get right into it. What do you think of each class? Any reworks needed? How would you mod each class? Bunch of questions there. What do you think of each class? Classes are not that important to me. I think healers are underwhelming, and I feel that there was a huge opportunity missed with General Kenobi's leadership abilities with Jedis and healers to get the assists. Reworks needed. I think that we drastically need a Grandmaster Yoda rework. He's the only legendary character that is horrible. How would you mod each class? I'm not going to get into that in this video because it's really just about speed, and I've made a video. There's going to be a video up here in the top right hand corner about how I mod characters. It's mostly about speed. Big shout out to everybody that put this together, but I want to say this looks like a thumbnail from another YouTuber's, I think this is Warrior's video thumbnail. So I think there's thumbnails in this PowerPoint, and I'm sorry if it's from another YouTuber, I don't know, but it's okay. A lot of talk of how poor the Jedi class currently. What do you think will happen under a Jedi rework? Well, I kind of said that. Grandmaster Yoda is the only legendary raid character type that is not good right now. And I remember when we were complaining about how bad Palpatine and Darth Vader was, and we've got the reworks and they're good. I think that's going to happen with Grandmaster Yoda. He is a legendary character, and all of the legendary characters are at least decent, and we definitely need some sort of rework. Now, I expect it's going to be something like Bounty Hunters, where they're going to rework them a little bit. A lot of the key ones reworked. Probably the ones that are under-geared and underused will be the ones that get the biggest boosts, but it'll require one character like Bosk that will have to get for it to be amazing. It seems like if they're going to rework things, there's going to be a catch. Here's the rework, but you're going to need this for it to be amazing. Kind of happened with Scion. Yeah, we reworked Darth Vader and Palpatine, but you really need Scion for it to be amazing with Nihilus. Next question. Do you feel ships is very different after the big update? Do you like them more or less than before? Do you think there'll ever be a ship raid? It is very different, but very same. I'm seeing the same compositions. It's quickly shifted to the same thing. Chimera, TIE Fighter, Darth Vader, and Biggs with a Slave One or Scimitar. It seems like it's very similar. I was kind of hoping there'd be more diversity. I thought the Genosians would take over, but it hasn't yet. Maybe they will. I know there's new ships coming, and so we will see. Do you like them more or less than before? I like them more, but I think that more speaks to how much I disliked it before. It was really bad before, so I do like this much more. I'm not going to say that it's my favorite or anything like that. Do you think there will ever be a ship raid? And the answer is maybe. A long time ago, when ships first came out, inside of the game files, there was some sort of separatist ship raid with minions and AI ships and things like that, and maybe like a Newt Gunray leadership and a fleet of that, and it looked like they had planned on making some sort of ship raid. Now, that was a long time ago, so I don't know if that got scrapped or if that was just something that accidentally made it into the game files and was scraped. But do you ever think there will be a ship raid? Yeah, I actually do. What is the best Zeta have you ever put on a character, and who is your favorite character? The best Zeta for me was putting a Zeta on Finn. If you have not put a Zeta on Finn and played Resistance, I would highly recommend doing that. It's like in a different game mode. It's very tricky to learn and understand, and it is very gratifying to win with Gear 8 characters. That is just my favorite Zeta. I think it's the best Zeta. I think it's the most efficient Zeta. It's one that I personally got a lot of satisfaction out. And who is your favorite character? And I'm just going to put this out here. My original favorite character in this entire game was Qui-Gon Jinn. And so by default, I just have some sort of strong connection to Qui-Gon Jinn. I just really liked him right when the game came out. He was like my favorite. I think I leveled him up the first and the quickest. So I'm just going to stick with that. He's not useful anymore. I don't play him anymore. The other character that I really like is R2-D2. Would you recommend the solo phone characters for use more in PvP or PvE? Frankly, the 3 prepared characters currently are not viable. I do believe that there are going to be more prepared characters coming. The jury is out on the solo film characters other than Nest, and that's as of today. Nest is mind blown, amazing, 100%, probably one of the top 10 characters of the game easily. What area of the game can a free-to-play player get the most use out of? Any tips for a free-to-play player? I would strongly suggest watching this video up here. It's kind of like a top 10 characters for free-to-play, but I'm going to say Phoenix is definitely the best value. Phoenix will help you in a lot of different ways, like unlocking Palpatine, getting the Chimera, tons of advantages to the Phoenix, and I would recommend getting the Phoenix very early if you're starting the game. So there a way to give character kits to Capital Games? What do you think of fan-made kits? I like fan-made kits. I think they're fun. I don't think there is a way to give them. I'm not sure if they want them. I think posting them on Reddit is probably your best bet. And, you know, if something is amazing on Reddit, it'll come up to the top, and I know they read Reddit. So that would be my suggestion, is to post it on Reddit. Characters with stacking abilities, for example, Wampa's Roar, do they carry on through adult battle stages? I know that it absolutely does not carry from each phase in the raids. What is your opinion on quest titles and the work needed for them? I think it's ridiculous. Some of the quests are like use 5 Jedi and do it for so many battles, stuff that I just would never do just for a title. It just seems kind of useless. I think there's some people that are going to go and do all the quests and do all the titles because they want to finish everything in the game. I do get that way sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but right now it just, I was looking at them, I was like, oh yuck, I don't want to do that. And the people that do it and they get the title, good for them. You know, mad props for grinding that out, right? At what point in a player's GP progression would you recommend starting to farm Wampa and Hermit Yoda? Right now, I'm thinking that Hermit Yoda, or I'm kind of scared that Hermit Yoda is going to be required for some sort of hero's journey. Jedi Luke, if he comes to the game. Someone once posted in the comments that they actually made a comment in an interview that they weren't going to do that, but I have not seen that myself or heard that myself, and I asked around and nobody could find that clip. And if you do know where that clip is, where they said, no, you're not going to need Hermit Yoda for Jedi Luke, I'd like to see that. Put it in the comment section. Do you think there'll be a clone era is over? Absolutely not. There's so many clones which should be there and that are not. And I would like to see clones and Jango Fett and Separatist and all of that. And I suspect that there's going to be an entire clone era type development in the game in the next 6 months to year. Absolutely. The supposed mod management update. You think it'll be big? What do you think they do if it happens? The only thing I know about that is last fall, 3 of us were up at Capital Games, and I remember like catching one of the developers in the hallways with Arnold T101, and he said, hey, if you were going to do mod management, what would you do? And we talked to him for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I got the feeling is that they're very aware of mod management, and they've been looking at it, working at it for a long time, and I'm beyond surprised that it has not been released yet. Long overdue. My number one gripe right now with Capital Games is that we do not have mod management. What character do you think Capital Games will release this year from a certain era? I talked about that a little bit. I think we're going to get a Jedi rework and some Jedis from that era, specifically the Clone Wars, prequels, and then you can see the picture right here. Revan, I think, will come someday. I think Jedi Luke will come someday. And I think Jango Fett will come sooner than later. Can you do a gear, character, currency, or ability guides for the different stores? I have one, but it's very old and outdated, so I would have to make another one. Absolutely. Can you make a retrospective meta teams from day one of SWGOH to present day, like a historical tribute to like the game? Absolutely. Boy, this is a video from a long time ago. Look at, I'm player level 31. I wonder if this is from like one of my first videos. I like this screenshot, but yeah, I remember like Jawas being the meta, and then droids, And then Poe for a while was like defined the meta, and then there was the dodge with Dooku, and then it was all about just having Rey, like the rich scavenger Rey and Royal Guard and Qui-Gon Jinn, and then any other 2 characters. It didn't really matter. And then it evolved into the Sith. There's been so many different metas in the game. I like that kind of stuff. It's kind of more like a throwback. I really do like that, absolutely. Is it possible for normal players to gain access to the Game Changers test account servers? I don't think that'll happen. The way that it is done recently, they're not going to allow anybody to get access to it unless you're under an NDA contract with Capital Games. So I don't think that would happen. Could you go over HAAT strategy, since so many YouTube channels only concentrate on the Sith raid now? I don't know if there's a lot of demand for that, but I did a solo heroic AAT raid video up here in the top right corner. Definitely take a look at that. That's kind of interesting right now. Heroic AAT raid is pretty much completely beatable at this point. So take a look at that video. Very exciting, actually. Other questions? Can you do a meet and greet? If so, in multiple places or just where you live? Okay, so Saturday, June 9th at 8 o'clock at Dave & Buster's is a tentative meet and greet in Hollywood that's planned with myself, Warrior Cubs, and Arnold. Be sure to check Twitter and or Discord when the details are finalized. I'm not able to call and set a reservation until Monday, but right now the tentative plans are 8 o'clock Saturday night, Hollywood, Dave & Buster's. Why did you start your YouTube channel? When did you start it? Why did you use my name? Did you earn enough to only live off YouTube? If not, what other job do you have? Why did I start my YouTube channel? I was unemployed, and my girlfriend asked me, if you do what you love, the money will follow. And she says, what do you love? I said, I like playing video games and I like helping people. And there were 3 channels that motivated me to make a YouTube channel. One was W Bang. He was a YouTuber covering Marvel Contest of Champions. I liked his videos. I was watching them and I said, you know what? I could do that. I think I could do it a little bit better. And so I started making videos, and he's still around. He's gotten very big. He now has 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers. And then I also was watching PewDiePie and General Marbles, and it was interesting. So I started doing it. I put up a video, and the video got like 100,000 views. My very first YouTube video, which is terrible, has over 100,000 views. So that was back in December of 2014, so about 3.5 years ago. Why my name? Originally, my name was iPhone Gamer, and I was making all of my videos off of my iPhone. I was using a screen recorder. It was jailbroken and that, and I was worried about iPhone being a trademark name, so I changed it to MobileGamer. Do I earn enough to only live off YouTube? If not, what other job do you have? Tricky question. YouTube is all over the place. Some months are good, some months are bad, and I don't know what can happen. At any time, it could all disappear. I don't have medical benefits. I don't have a retirement account. So even if the money was amazing, and sometimes it is, it's still very unpredictable. And what it has done is it's forced me to live very modestly, way beneath my means, and to be responsible with my money, because it could all disappear in a minute. And that's just the way YouTube is. I do have a consulting job for university where I help students that have substance abuse problems. And I am keeping that because it's stable, and I don't know if I need the money. It actually seems like right now it costs me money to do that work because it takes me away from YouTube, but it's stable. And plus, I also really enjoy it. Favorite Star Wars character ever and why? Midriff Padme, by far. Because she's very hot. That is why. You have a Star Wars animal as your pet. What would it be? It would absolutely be an Ewok. I want Wicket. Same question with Droid. I mentioned earlier in the video that Droideka is my favorite just droid. Just the way that they curl up into a ball. They also seemed like a realistic opponent for the Jedi. Definitely ominous towards, Qui-Gon Jinn and Anakin. They were a little bit scared of them, right? And I just really respected the Droideka droids. If you could own any Star Wars ship, what would it be? Millennium Falcon, duh. Best Star Wars Galaxy Heroes meme. This was fun. That was a Darth Vader sippy cup that my daughter gave me. But my favorite one is right here was the Hermit Moga. Someone spliced my face on a Hermit Yoda. I just thought that was really fun. I also like the Jar Jar Binks meme. I think that's pretty fun also. Do you like the questions you received? Are you having a good day? Yes, this is an amazing day. And it says, will you make more videos like these? Absolutely. I love this kind of video. This is actually probably the most fun video I've made in a long time. I just wanted a side note, something I don't really talk about on my channel. I thought I would just talk about it here. Is two different things that I never talk about. Well, first thing is I'm an introvert. And I don't know if anybody relates to this, but right now I'm sitting in my room by myself in front of a computer and a camera. And that is very easy for me. I like it very much. But in large groups and people, I just feel drained, and it has nothing to do with being shy, but it has to do with just like, I feel like engaging with people, even in the comment section or in Discord, just seems to drain energy from me. And I've been working on it a lot. And in fact, this video doing the fan meetup is kind of contrary to what my normal default is. The other thing is that I'm in long-term recovery. Which means is I've not had a drink or mind-altering substance in my body for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in about 2 weeks. And my life is a lot better for it. In fact, that's what my part-time work with the school is, and consulting is, helping students get away from that. It's an important part of my life because it was pretty terrible. And now my life is pretty amazing. I just wanted to share with you that. And also, I've got a girlfriend. Hopefully, she'll be out there at the meet and greet. Been together with her for more than a year, and her name is Jessica, and we're really happy. And it's been an amazing partnership so far. So now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today. And if you did, you are in luck, because for every single person that likes this video, you will be receiving for free my absolute favorite Star Wars character of all times. That's right, an 8-star mid-riff Padme. This is not a scam. Thank you to everybody that helped make this PowerPoint presentation, make this video possible. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.